Hello, everyone. Thanks for taking the time this afternoon. My name is Russel. I'm head of marketing at Constellation. And I want to take you it's going to be about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes through a protocol we're building, effectively a blockchain. So we're a little bit different from some of the other people who have been up on stage in that we're building on the infrastructure level and building a directed acyclic graph, unbounded blockchain. A little bit about who's behind the team. These are our 4 co-founders up on screen. Brendan Playford has had 11 years of business management experience. He holds a physics degree from the University College of London, and he really was the brains behind pulling together the team, the wider team, which is now at 19 people based in San Francisco. The actual approach to the blockchain and some of the differentiating factors that we've employed is all down to the man on the top right, Wyatt. He's been building distributed systems for the past 6 years, which is a long time in the blockchain space to be dabbling in this world. Ben is our CEO, who is helping us out with a lot of these partners down here, building those relationships, and in general scaling the company, which has been around since September of 2017 and grew from 4 founders to 19 people today. We have a number. Altif Brown is our Chief Community Officer and founder as well. For people who are in the space, I'm sure you're all aware the importance of community and building out that Telegram group. He's hugely active on all those channels and does an amazing job cultivating a global network of individuals. And our strategic partners are a mixture of venture capitalists, crypto investors, obviously, but we've always worked with someone who can actually provide some value to what we're trying to build, whether that's translating our white paper into Korean, or opening up doors in other countries that we may not have an actual physical presence. Anyway, that's us, and I just want to go a little bit into who we are and how we're approaching things. So, kind of a moot point to a lot of people in the room, I'm sure. Over the last 20 years, the basic protocol layer of the internet has allowed some amazing applications to be built, and applications that have become extremely powerful. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up for discussion. With the emergence of blockchain, that's now kind of flipping, and the protocol layer with this blockchain technology and with cryptocurrencies, we're now able to kind of capture the value of the actual protocol and communicate across that. So in steps Constellation. Constellation is the first distributed operating system that is unbounded and enables the developers to interface with a distributed computing network. What does that all mean? First and foremost, everyone's aware of the proliferation of smart devices. Something like 75 billion will be on the planet very shortly, or are already here. That's a huge amount of computational power just floating all over the place. So we want to create a network that can actually harness that computational power, link up all this wasted CPU and energy that's lying around, and be able to attract developers and people that want to build applications through a mesh network of devices. First and foremost, that's a smart device, the most obvious option, but anything that can hold a few lines of code will be able to support one of our nodes. For those that are familiar with the term DAG, directed acyclic graph, it's a form of blockchain that is helping to solve some of the transaction speed issues that we're seeing. We're effectively building one of those with some differentiating factors that I'll go into in a second. Another key differentiating point is the programming language that we're building in. We're building in JVM, There's something like 9 million JVM developers out there, as opposed to the handful of Solidity developers. And this is just really opening up our protocol and our platform to a much wider range of individuals to be able to build on as well. Each one of these nodes, so to be able to participate and transact our token, you have to run a node. And nodes in of themselves can become microservices. So if you have like a complex application and want to make it decentralized or build a decentralized application, effectively each one of those nodes can host an element or a part of your application. I think the example up here is Acme Ride Sharing Company, and user reviews, data transactions, maps, billing portals can all be hosted on different nodes. Makes it a lot safer, makes it a lot cheaper, and you're not withheld by some of the gatekeepers in the space who actually can provide that server power. Another unique point to us is how we're approaching consensus. So I'm sure a lot of people here are familiar with proof of work and proof of stake, and how Bitcoin and an Ethereum are able to validate and secure their network. We've coined a consensus model called proof of meme. As the marketer, and coming on board, I was unsure about calling it that, but I actually quite like it, and it actually stimulates quite a lot of conversation. And it's meme as in the kind of Richard Dawkins definition of meme, mimetic culture. And it's reputation-based as opposed to how much power or how much work you're willing to put into a network. Depending on how you act, within a certain number of parameters, you'll be ranked. And as someone who wants to build a decentralized application, you'll be able to select nodes appropriate to what you want to build. And of course, bad acting nodes or participants will be kicked out. So a little recap of who we are. An unbounded blockchain with microservices and lightweight mobile compatible nodes. We're working towards building a platform that you literally need to implement 3 lines of code into a smart device in order to start supporting the network and contributing to the network. And that creates a distributed mesh net of connected devices with incentivized elastic computing. We'll have a partition consensus architecture and the reputation-based delegate selection model, which I just spoke of, proof of meme. And our CTO and team are currently verifying our network using category theory. Feeless transactions with micropayments. I'm sure you've heard that before. Income for anyone who owns a phone or mobile device, enterprise-ready elastic computing, and a diverse ecosystem of interconnected blockchains. In terms of some of the next steps and what's going on, we have a TG event happening on the 31st of May. We've just formally finished a private funding round and are fully funded. That is not to say I'm here and want to speak to people who are interested in building on a flexible, scalable platform. So if you're out there, please come and talk to us. We're also, due to a lot of interest, thinking about opening up a second private round towards the end of May as well. Thank you for listening. We're in booth 408. I'm Zach. We have a team of about 4. And if there's any specific technical questions that I'm the marketer, I can make pretty videos and a decent presentation. But I'm happy to connect you with our CTO, who's a very inspiring individual who will be able to answer those. So thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good day.